I'm Kendra Cook, your host for the DCTV Daily News program out of Dove Creek, Colorado. The Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association. That's the Special District Association responsible for bringing the area free to access TV stations over the air by antenna. This is a community TV station, so if there's a news story or event information that you would like to share, call us at 970-677-4119. And if you're a business or organization, we welcome you to find out about sponsorship opportunities for banners or video segments run on the channel. This is the Friday program for August 21st, 2020, DCTV Daily News. Updated and compiled by the Journal, they write what is obvious to everyone out there. Wildfire smoke has settled across southwest Colorado, exacerbating record high temperatures with an oppressive heat. Or is that an understatement? Or of the frustration Coloradans are experiencing along with other states in our region. The DCTV photo and interagency wildland fire air quality response project is also posted here. The Pine Gulch fire in Grand Junction, now the second largest fire in the state history at over 125,000 acres, is contributing to poor air quality in the Four Corners area. Quote, "I also think we're getting smoke from California," said Matt Sheathar, Wildlands Coordinator for the Cortez Fire Protection District. Maps that track wildfire smoke and wind movement through various agencies such as the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the U.S. Geological Survey, and the Environmental Protection Agency show wildfires burning in New Mexico, Arizona, and even California have created the haze over southwest Colorado. Quote, "It's part of living in the western United States," Sheather said. Smoke from northern areas, including Grand Junction, is unusual for this area of the state because of wind flow patterns, but a storm front from Utah hit the smoke clouds burgeoning over Colorado and brought ash and smoke to the southwest. The air quality index monitor in Cortez soared from a 43 on Tuesday to about 155 on Thursday morning, meaning air quality is much worse with the wildfire smoke. According to the Purple Air Monitor and data from the EPA, quote, "Everyone may experience health effects if they are exposed for 24 hours, and members of, quote, sensitive groups, such as people with lung conditions, may experience more serious health effects." The Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment tweeted on Wednesday that symptoms of COVID-19 and wildfire smoke exposure can overlap, such as a cough or a scratchy throat. But wildfire smoke also can make people more prone to lung infections like COVID-19 or any other viral infection, according to the CDC. That's because wildfire smoke irritates the lungs and causes inflammation, affecting the immune system. The CDC recommends limiting outdoor exercise when it is smoky. People with compromised immune systems should, quote, "seek cleaner air shelters and cleaner air spaces, such as a room with an air filter." Additionally, masks that are used to slow the spread of COVID-19 will not protect wearers from wildfire smoke, that according to the CDC. Normal face coverings do not catch the small harmful particles in smoke that are harmful to public health. N95 respirators provide protection from wildfire smoke, but they are in short supply as frontline healthcare workers use them to treat COVID-19 patients. The, quote, Grizzly Creek Fire, the Cameron Peak Fire, and the Williams Fork Fire continue to burn with low containment levels at 29,732 acres, 15,738 acres, and 9,457 acres, respectively. So now let's take a look at our local weather. Today, holy smokes, there is more smoke, as was reported till the afternoon and throughout the evening hours. Behind the smoke, it remains sunny and hot with a high near 92 on the day, with northeast winds 5 to 15 miles an hour shifting west-southwest. For tonight, more patchy smoke, mostly clear sky with a low around 60, and northwest winds at 5 to 15 miles an hour. For the weekend, Saturday, looking to be more patchy smoke before 7 a.m. in the morning, but sunny overall with a high near 92 with east winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour. We don't know why that day graphic is black. Hopefully that's not an omen. Saturday night, mostly clear and a low around 60 degrees with north-northwest winds at 10 miles an hour calming down. And into Sunday, mostly sunny and a high near 92 or more. Not much wind, so it should feel quite hot for Sunday. Sunday night, partly cloudy and a low around 61, which also means it's not cooling off as much on the overnights. But into Monday, we're looking for a a 10% chance for showers and thunderstorms, finally coming into the forecast. Otherwise sunny and a high near 91. Monday night, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly cloudy and a low around 60. For Tuesday, again, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, with rest of the day being sunny and a high near 89. Tuesday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy and a low around 60. And expect that humidity might increase along with the chance of rain and the remaining August heat. Wednesday again, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny, a little bit cooler with a high near 86 degrees. Wednesday night, mostly cloudy and a low around 58. The smoky haze will be the topic of weather for the weekend and into the next week, until hopefully some of those gentle rains come in and knock down particles and clear the air. That would be the best case scenario. And now, back to our news. The Journal reported on the Mancos woman pleading guilty of murder of her husband, who was a common-law husband. Deborah Galen Riddle on Monday pleaded guilty to the second-degree murder of her common-law husband David J. Mooney at their residence west of Mancos on July 3rd of 2019. The plea agreement includes a 15-year prison sentence with the State Department of Corrections plus 5 years parole, said Matt Margeson, Deputy District Attorney for the 22nd Judicial District. The restitution to be paid by Riddle is being worked out. The plea deal was accepted by District Court Judge Todd Plew, and the sentence must be finalized at a sentencing hearing set for October 8th. Prosecutors had detailed conversations with Mooney's family about the plea to ensure justice for the victim, Margeson said. Mooney's son, brother, and mother said that the plea agreement was appropriate, as have detectives with the Montezuma County Sheriff's Office who worked the case, he said. Mooney, a 60-year-old truck driver from Arizona, was found dead in an RV the couple resided in at 7850 County Road 37. That, according to court documents, he had been shot once in the head and once in the back. According to an obituary in the Paonia High Country Shopper, Mooney loved the outdoors, especially fishing, camping, and riding ATVs. He was known for his culinary skills and shared recipes with his family. He worked as a truck driver for L.D. Boff of Mancos for 10 years. Mooney was respected for his work ethic, management skills, and generosity, said his boss, L.D. Boff. He was a solid employee, very trustworthy, just a heck of a good guy, he said. Mooney also was the main mechanic for the company trucks. He ran the company's North Dakota trucking operations, managing 15 drivers and handling payroll. When there was no work available, Mooney traveled to Arizona to work as a truck driver. He was even-tempered and had a lot of friends here and in Arizona, Boff said. When a job needed to be done, he would be there. We're all ranchers too, and he'd help with the cattle or build fence. Riddle, age 57, has been in custody since being arrested July 16, 2019, by the Sheriff's Office. Her bail initially was set at $1 million, then reduced to $500,000, but she never posted it. Riddle pleaded guilty to the charge of second-degree murder in the heat of passion. According to the facts of the plea deal, Riddle unlawfully, feloniously, and knowingly caused the death of David Mooney. Further, the offense was committed under circumstances where the act causing the death was performed upon a sudden heat of passion. As part of the plea deal, Riddle was required to reveal what the weapon she used, which was a small, snub-nosed pistol with a wood-grain handle, Margeson said, and that she last placed that gun in a gray corduroy bag inside the camper. But the gun was not found, said Sheriff Steve Nowlin. According to the arrest affidavit, the Sheriff's Office responded to a call stating a man was unconscious and not breathing. Deputies found Mooney's body inside the RV trailer on the southwest corner of the property. Riddle said she was seated inside a green and white Ford Bronco, according to the arrest affidavit. During the Sheriff's Office investigation, a history of jealousy and conflict between the couple appeared to surface. Detective Yvonne McClellan said that she obtained permission to look into Riddle's phone and found angry emails sent to another woman accusing her of texting Mooney. This is good news on a bad news topic, reported by KDVR News 2 out of Denver. The, quote, bad apple human trafficking ring was busted in Denver. 7 people and 12 businesses indicted. A grand jury has indicted 7 individuals and 12 businesses on 33 felony counts resulting from a year-long investigation known as Bad Apple. A Twitter post shown here of the announcement from the Second Judicial Court says, according to the announcement from the District Attorney's Office, at the core of the indictment is an alleged international human trafficking operation involving illicit massage parlors and illegal marijuana grow operations and violations of Colorado's Organized Crime Control Act. In early 2019, the Denver District Attorney's Office was contacted by the manager of tax and licensing with the city of Aurora and informed that illicit massage parlors that had been shut down in Aurora had possibly reopened in Denver. Based on that report, the Denver Police Department and Denver District Attorney's Office began a year-long investigation resulting in the indictment, which involves Denver Apple Spa, Tulip Spa, 21 Spa, Moho Massage, Ocean Foot Massage, and other entities. And the individuals indicted include Mr. Chen Liang Kuo, age 45, Ms. Yi Ting Mo, age 42, Mr. Manqi Zhu, age 57, Mr. Li Xiang, age 46, Ms. Ying Guo, age 49, Ms. Yang Zi, age 54, and Ms. Yulin Chen, age 33. And my apologies for my mispronunciations. According to the indictment that was unsealed this morning, meaning yesterday, the defendants are accused of engaging in a pattern of racketeering in which the massage parlors were the nexus for running a complex pimping, prostitution, money laundering, and tax evasion operation that generated millions of dollars. Quote, "We believe that the defendants were hiding in plain sight as they trafficked women from China to engage in sex acts with customers of their massage businesses," said Denver District Attorney Beth McCann. "The excellent collaboration between our local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies has led to the closure of these businesses and to the dismantling of an international human trafficking operation." According to Thursday's announcement, the indictment documents show business records, real estate records, banking records, utility records, and transportation records that demonstrate the association between the defendants and the businesses. Throughout the course of this investigation, the Denver Police Department and the Denver District Attorney's Office developed evidence to show that the enterprise and its members allegedly profited from these criminal acts and used those profits as untaxed income. This illicit massage parlor network, coupled with several illegal marijuana grow houses, were operating in plain sight under the guise of legitimate business operations, said Attorney General Phil Weiser. The criminal enterprise extended across the Front Range and profited off of the exploitation of vulnerable people. From our investigation, we also tracked criminal proceeds through a network of bank accounts to support the money laundering charges in the indictment. Furthermore, illegally operated grow houses diverted revenue from the state. We will continue to work hard to eradicate these illegal operations from Colorado, end quote. Quote, I am also incredibly proud of the investigators and multi-agency collaboration that resulted in these arrests, said Denver Chief of Police Paul Pazin. These indictments reflect our community's commitment to ending the appalling crime of human trafficking, holding alleged offenders accountable, and removing victims from these terrible situations. The alleged behavior occurred in the city and county of Denver, Douglas County, Arapahoe County, Routt County, and in Jefferson County, and also outside of Colorado into Oklahoma, California, and Louisiana. That according to the announcement on Thursday. Quote, "Human trafficking is a crime that has horrific consequences for people that far too often come from vulnerable populations," said U.S. Attorney Jason Dunn. As this investigation demonstrates, law enforcement in Colorado works well together to hold traffickers accountable. Thanks to the hard work of the Denver Police Department, the Denver District Attorney's Office, the Attorney General's Office, and other law enforcement agencies, all but 2 of these traffickers have been arrested, and this criminal enterprise has been put to a stop. Quote, end quote. A local note: on this Sunday, August 23rd at 9 a.m., there will be a march down Main Street, the main highway, to heighten awareness for hashtag Save Our Children, starting from the Bean Tower to the Rock Building at the Creek and back. This is to bring awareness to sexual exploitation of children and to be silent no more. With little local news to pull from today, I'm sharing an article through IntelliHub, which ponders the near-Earth objects that NASA and FEMA are preparing for September 20th, an asteroid impact in California off the coast. This according to recent documents that were revealed. They write, "The question we must now ask is, will the drill go live? An actual asteroid to make its close approach to Earth on September 20th. Yes, mark the date, September 20th. A side note that date and before into the late teens has been identified by many other different area researchers and ponderers as to an important alignment of planets and the potential for some large-scale important event to occur. Which event that may be is a matter of your own research and discernment. This article continues saying the National Aeronautics Space Administration, that's NASA, and FEMA in 2017 devised and initiated a supposed fictitious scenario in which the two agencies would drill down on an asteroid that's set to impact the Earth in or just off the coast of California on September 20th, 2020. But is this so-called exercise really just a drill? NASA claims, quote, the simulation was designed to strengthen the collaboration between the two agencies, which have administration direction to lead the U.S. response. But could the drill actually go live like so many other drills have in the past? For example, the July 7th, 2007 London bombing, the September 11th, 2001 attacks on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon, and others. It's not a matter of if, but when we will deal with such a situation, Associate Administrator for NASA's Science Mission Directorate, Thomas Zurbuchen, said. But unlike any other time in our history, we now have the ability to respond to an impact threat through continued observations, predictions, response planning, and mitigation, end quote. The exercise was designed to create, quote, a forum for the planetary science community to show how it would collect, analyze, and share data about a hypothetical asteroid predicted to impact Earth. Emergency managers discussed how that data would be used to consider some of the unique challenges an asteroid impact would present for preparedness, response, and public warning. That according to NASA. Representatives from NASA, FEMA, NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL, the Department of Energy's National Laboratories, the U.S. Air Force, and the California Governor's Office of Emergency Services all attended the initial meeting and will be participating throughout the 4-year-long exercise, which is set to come to a head on September 20th, 2020. It's 9/20/2020. It is critical to exercise these kinds of low probability but high consequence disaster scenarios, FEMA Administrator Craig Fugate said. By working through our emergency response plans now, we will be better prepared if and when we need to respond to such an event. The exercise simulates a possible impact 4 years from now, according to that time, in which, according to NASA, a fictitious asteroid imagined to have been discovered in the fall with a 2% probability of impact with Earth on September 20th, 2020. The simulated asteroid was initially estimated to be about between 300 and 800 feet in size, with a possibility of making impact anywhere along a long swath of Earth, including a narrow band of area that crossed the entire U.S. In the fictitious scenario, observers continued to track the asteroid for 3 months using ground-based telescope observations, and the probability of impact climbed to 65%. Then the next observations had to wait until 4 months later due to the asteroid's position relative to the Sun. Once observations could resume in May of 2017, the impact probability jumped to 100%. By November of 2017, it was simulated the predicted impact would occur somewhere in a narrow band across Southern California or just off the coast in the Pacific Ocean, Jet Propulsion Lab and NASA. To make matters worse, NASA has recently listed a real asteroid, not part of the drill, as making its close approach to Earth on September 20th. The object is dubbed 2017 SL16, just so happens to have been discovered in 2017, which correlates with the drill initiation date. This raises a major red flag. Quote, while mounting a deflection mission to move the asteroid off of its collision course had been simulated in previous tabletop exercises, this particular exercise was designed so that the time to impact was too short for a deflection mission to be feasible, to pose a great future challenge to emergency managers faced with a mass evacuation of the metropolitan Los Angeles area. That's again written by NASA and Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Quote, scientists from JPL, Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, Sandia National Laboratories, and the Aerospace Corporation predicted impact footprint models, population displacement estimates, information on infrastructure that would be affected, as well as other data that could realistically be known at various points throughout the exercise scenario, NASA reports. Quote, the high degree of initial uncertainty coupled with the relatively long impact warning time made this scenario unique and especially challenging for emergency managers, FEMA National Response Coordination Branch Chief Leviticus A. Lewis said. Quote, it's quite different from preparing for an event with a much shorter timeline, such as a hurricane. As a caveat, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo stated back in March that we are in a, quote, live exercise, potentially letting the cat out of the bag. United States Secretary of State Mike Pompeo had a slip of the tongue while addressing the American people from the White House when he stated that COVID-19 is a live military exercise. Quote, this is not about retribution, Pompeo explained. This matter is going forward. We are in a live exercise here to get this right. With a disgusted look on his face, President Trump replied, you should have let us know. Military exercise, meaning from Wikipedia's source, a military exercise or war game is in the employment of military resources in training for military operations, either exploring the effects of warfare or testing strategies without actual combat. This also serves the purpose of ensuring the combat readiness of garrisoned or deployable forces prior to deployment from a home base, end quote. So the question is, we must now ask, will this drill go live? 9/20/2020. So if it does or doesn't, what does that mean to you, the viewer? Well, it certainly is an understatement to say to be prepared to, quote, stay at home, we've heard that somewhere, regardless of mandates, and have enough food, water, and other resources to keep you and your family safe and healthy in some worst case scenarios. Being to some degree locally and or self-sufficient is a good start. Bringing back canning for the winter months, drying meats, root cellars, all great elements that our area homesteading past was doing as a matter of just day-to-day living. Let's hope there isn't a terrible incident coming our way in September, but keep an eye to the sky, and as you research, discern what is hype and what is truth, if there is such a thing, and stay well, my friends. So that brings me to locally today, Friday, August 21st, is the first opening day of the Hawk Creek Farmers Market on the corner of 7th and Highway 491 at the west end of Dove Creek. There is fresh organic produce available, as well as other vendors joining in, and the area can provide additional items for sale. Stop by and say hello, and contact John Bassard if you want to contract a booth space. They plan to be open nearly every day at 9 a.m. Last I was told, they will be closed on Wednesdays. This could become a valuable hub for people to sell and buy local products, and we wish them well. Here's another new update on the status of Banger's Bar and Pizza Place in Dove Creek. They will have their grand opening on Friday, August 28th. They will be opening at 11 a.m., serving food till 9 p.m., and of course featuring pizza. The local band Crossroads will start to play at 6 p.m. till 10 p.m. 6 to 10 on Friday night, and that's going to be outside in the doghouse. And the DC Chamber will be doing a ribbon cutting around 5:30 at the front door. This fantastic new sign is being installed by Phoenix Sign and Lighting, coming out of Arizona, and it is sure to be a bright light for Dove Creek's downtown, catching travelers who usually pass through to stop and hopefully grab a bite. And I post up these articles, links, and info on our Facebook page, which is DCTV Daily News, where you can also watch the program replay along with news links and stories of local interest. And you, too, can share other events or news there and join in on the conversation. This is your local community TV station, so if you have something you would like to share, contact us by email, dcbnnews@gmail.com, or call 970-677-4119. Thanks for tuning in to DCTV Daily News. Thank God it's Friday. Programs are broadcast Monday through Friday with replays online on our YouTube channel or the DCTV Daily News page on Facebook. And if you like the program, please do like and follow us on Facebook and share it with your friends and family. This has been a production of DCTV for the DCTV Daily News program out of Dove Creek, Colorado, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching.